Welcome to the Modify channel. I'm Scott. In this video I was going to talk about how you can upgrade the internal components of your stereo loudspeakers to improve the sound coming from them. Then I thought it probably needs the scene set first, so I'm going to split this into two videos. This first video is on the setup basics and the reasoning for the component upgrade approach, and part 2 will cover what and how. Now, speakers is not an area I normally look at with Modify, but a customer asked me for advice on crossover part upgrades for his speakers. This I can help with, and it spawned the idea for this video. Rather than assume you've already done all the setup basics, let's just recap on those to be sure. What you want to do is to get the speakers balanced either side of your listening position. If they're small, sometimes called bookshelf speakers, place them on stands. You can try them at various distances from the front wall. You'll find that the soundstage improves the more you move them away from that wall. The downside is you may also trade off bass response depending on the room and the speakers. Too close to the wall and the bass may be congested and boomy. Too far away and it gets lost. Subwoofers can help here. Try towing your speakers in for fine tuning, and don't get them too close to corners. Lastly, use a half-decent speaker cable. It doesn't have to be expensive, but if you use this sort of thin and nasty bell wire, ditch it. There are plenty to choose from at all sorts of price points, probably too many. This is a good quality one. I think it's probably about 2.5mm cross section on that. This is actually in the Nikos MS 2.3, well reviewed. Okay, so those are the basics, and we'll give you a solid base to build on, so you can then benefit properly from any internal improvements you make. All of these are big topics on their own, and I'm not going to go into them, but there's plenty of information out there. Have a read of Paul McGowan's Audiophile's Guide, or try Ron Bernay's LOTS method. That's loudspeaker optimization techniques for sound staging. I'll put links to those in the description below. Oh, while you're down there, you may see the like and subscribe buttons. Just saying. Okay, where to start? Remember, everything is made to a price based on what the manufacturer believes they can sell the item for in the market, with distributor and dealer markups along the way. This is the same for speakers as it is to the hi-fi electronics that I normally talk about, and virtually every product out there. There is hidden potential in the majority of audio kits sold due to the poor quality of components used internally. The manufacturer balances the quality against price to reach a compromise they think the market will find acceptable. By selectively upgrading the right components, you can transform the performance of even budget kit to that costing significantly more. Well past the cost of the unit plus the upgrade cost. Now, you can choose what level you want to go to. There are all sorts of electronic components, from mass-produced dross, which will just degrade any audio signal presented to it, to boutique exotica. In between, there are good quality components at sensible price points. What I'm going to talk about applies to virtually all traditional and contemporary box speakers. Inside the speaker you have the drive units, typically 2 or 3. Woofer or bass mid driver and tweeter. Even the best drive units will be compromised by cheap shortcuts on the other parts used. On the rear panel you'll have the speaker wire binding posts. Wires connect from these to an internal printed circuit board called a crossover. In its simplest form, a crossover is just a series of passive filters applied to limit the frequencies that reach the respective drive units. You want the lower frequencies going to your bass mid drivers and the higher ones going to your tweeters. My customer has sent me several good pictures of the internals of his loudspeakers. From this I was able to derive the crossover circuit and draw that out. Then I was able to identify suitable component and wire upgrades that would work well for those speakers. We'll carry on with that in part 2, which will be long soon. Thanks for watching this intro though, I hope it helps. Talking of helping, liking and subscribing YouTube videos helps. So if you want to, see you next time.